Good evening, everyone. I'm just here because I am a 20-year resident of Sereno, and I was here the week before when that building Semillas occupies at this present time used to be a library, and the community before used to be physical for a while. So I've literally spent 20 years of my life here, and I've seen, as I drive every morning, I'm headed to drive, an accident just waiting to happen. There is a lot of congestion with cars, children and adults, constantly going in and out of cars. Even though there are people standing there with cones in between, I don't feel like that is a safe, in and out of construction, much less for pedestrians to be standing in the middle of the road during a busy time of the morning. In the evening, I also do a lot of community work here, and I've seen when the school gets out, same type of congestion, kids going in and out of cars, pedestrians all over the place. And as a business, as a restaurant owner, I'm sure that that kind of takes away from parking spaces from someone who would like to go eat in the middle of the day. As far as me, if I wanted to go, it would take me at least 20, 30 minutes to try to find a spot. As far as this community, I think that people that want to patronize this establishment and should be able to go and eat and enjoy their meal. It should be a decent place to go to, but there are times when they do have people who are actually fighting the drums. There seems to be a lot of distractions. I'm trying to have an actual meeting at a restaurant that I've got one of my clients into, and there's a constant bang going on, which has not prevented me from bringing someone into a local establishment and have a meeting, because the only other place I can go to is like, so I just want to say, as far as zoning, I don't know if anybody ever looked at those permits to see if it was adequate enough to have a school in such an area. But I feel that at this point, it should be looked at, it should be reviewed, and at the same time, see if it's a safe establishment, or if it's something that can maybe give them a better space where they can have children play safely, you know, and having them get picked up as well. That's all I want to say.
Can you hear me without using the microphone?
Yes.
Good. I'll talk as my mouth allows me. I live in Lincoln Heights, very close to Toronto. And the reason I'm here tonight is because of the issue of the school next door to a restaurant that sells beer and wine. In my neighborhood, the people gathered together when they wanted to use a property that used to be an I-clinic on Thomas Street for a restaurant or a nightclub and whatever else, that it said right next door to Lincoln High School. The neighborhood protested on the ground that it should be at least 300 feet away from the school. Not only the high school, but the grammar school across the street and the church down the way. The issue in my mind is how, in times past, did anybody give a permit for that school to occupy a place next to a restaurant? There's no logical reason within the code of laws regarding school and the location of sales of liquor that allow that. Any other city around will have the same issue. You do not plant a school next door to a business selling alcohol. It's just plain out of the question. The issue for me is the school should be looked at, its license, if necessary, revoked, and necessity. Children need to be fed. How do parents feed their children if their businesses fail? Thank you.
Buenas tardes. Muy violenta, estoy aquí porque no tengo nada contra las Semillas del Pueblo. Pero si yo tengo padre, yo subiría un lugar más seguro para mis hijos, un espacio más accesible, mejor atención y mejor restaurante. Y el restaurante de estos señores fue establecido a los 54 años y ellos vinieron a establecerse en un área comercial. Es un área comercial donde no está seguro para sus hijos y para nadie. Es un área para todos, no solamente para los que vienen a la escuela, sino para todos los que necesitamos a lo largo de la jornada. A cualquier hora de la mañana, no es aquí. A media de la mañana es para que salga haciendo el vecino. Entonces, piensen padres, sigan un lugar más seguro, unos espacios más grandes para sus hijos que tienen derechos en Estados Unidos, no están en lugares donde las leyes no se respetan, donde no se siguen. Aquí se exige que hagan su trabajo es escuchar. Muchas gracias.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jenny Guetta, and I would just like to say that the way that the school is placed next to an existing restaurant that is in compliance, in good compliance, it does not help